Have you ever wondered why fear can be so paralyzing? It's a fundamental part of our human makeup, a primal instinct that once served to protect us from predators and other threats. It's a complex cocktail of physiology and psychology, a rush of adrenaline that quickens our heartbeat, sharpens our senses, and prepares us for action. However, in the modern world, this survival instinct can often become a hindrance rather than a help. Fear can become an insidious barrier, creeping into our lives and holding us back from pursuing our dreams and realizing our full potential. It can stop us from taking risks, from daring to step out of our comfort zones, and from reaching for the stars. Fear is not an anomaly. It's a universal experience, something we all grapple with in different shapes and forms. The question is not whether we experience fear, but how we respond to it. To conquer fear, we must first understand it. But how? You might wonder. The answer lies within ourselves. You see, self-reflection and introspection play a crucial role in understanding our fears. They allow us to delve deep into our minds, to explore the dark corners where our fears reside. It's like embarking on a journey to uncharted territories, where we discover hidden truths about ourselves. But this journey is not one to be taken lightly. It requires courage and persistence. It's a process that can be aided immensely by tools such as journaling and counseling. Journaling serves as a mirror to our thoughts, reflecting back our deepest fears. It helps us to dissect our fears, to understand their origins and triggers. Counseling, on the other hand, provides an objective perspective. A trained counselor can guide us through the labyrinth of our minds, helping us to understand and confront our fears. Understanding our fears is the first step towards overcoming them. Let this be the mantra that fuels your journey towards fearlessness. And once we understand our fears, it's time to face them. But how do we do that? There's no magic trick, no secret formula that can make our fears disappear overnight. It's a process, a journey that requires resolve and bravery. One of the most effective ways to face fear is through exposure therapy. This is the practice of gradually and repeatedly exposing yourself to the thing that scares you. It's like learning to swim. We don't start by diving into the deep end. We begin in the shallow water where our feet can touch the bottom. As we grow more comfortable, we venture deeper. Mindfulness is another powerful tool in our arsenal. When fear strikes, it's easy to get swept up in the tide of worry and anxiety, but mindfulness encourages us to stay grounded in the present moment. It asks us to acknowledge our fear, to feel it, but not to let it control us. It's like standing on the shore, watching the waves crash against the rocks. We see the power of the ocean, we hear the roar of the waves, but we don't let them carry us away. Cognitive behavioral therapy is yet another technique that can help us face our fears. It challenges us to examine and question the thoughts that fuel our fears. For example, if we're scared of public speaking, we might believe that we're going to forget our lines, or that people will laugh at us. Cognitive behavioral therapy invites us to question these beliefs, to ask ourselves, is this really true? What evidence do I have? Could there be another explanation? The journey of facing our fears isn't about removing fear from our lives completely. That's an impossible task. Instead, it's about learning to live with our fears, to manage them, to keep them in check. It's about taking small, manageable steps towards the things that scare us, gradually increasing our level of exposure. Remember, this isn't a race, it's a journey, one that requires patience, courage, and consistency. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Facing our fears is a process, not a one-time event. It requires patience, courage, and consistency. Building resilience is a key factor in overcoming fear. But what does resilience mean, and how can we cultivate it? At its core, resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity. It's the strength to stand up after a fall, dust yourself off, and soldier on. Resilience is crucial in overcoming fear because it allows us to persist in the face of obstacles. It's about the courage to continue even when the odds are stacked against us. Fear may knock us down, but resilience helps us to rise again stronger and more determined. So how do we build this resilience? Firstly, we must maintain a positive outlook. This doesn't mean ignoring the negative, but rather focusing on potential solutions rather than dwelling on the problems. It's about seeing the glass as half full rather than half empty. It's about recognizing the silver lining in every cloud. This mindset is crucial in fostering resilience as it encourages us to see each setback as a stepping stone towards success. Secondly, a strong support system is key. This might be family, friends, a mentor, or even a group of like-minded individuals who share your struggles. Their encouragement, advice and companionship can fortify your resolve and inspire you to overcome your fears. Lastly, practicing self-care is an essential component of resilience. This means taking care of your physical health through regular exercise and a balanced diet, but also nurturing your mental and emotional well-being. It might involve activities like meditation, journaling, or simply taking time out for relaxation and recreation. Self-care is about replenishing our resources so that we can face our fears with renewed vigor. In essence, building resilience involves nurturing a positive mindset, seeking support, and prioritizing self-care. It's about developing the inner strength to face our fears and overcome them. Building resilience not only helps us overcome fear, but also enables us to bounce back from life's challenges stronger than before. Overcoming fear is a journey, not a destination. So, what does triumph over fear look like? Consider it as a new dawn, breaking over a landscape once shrouded in darkness. The benefits are manifold, and they ripple outward, touching every aspect of your life. Triumph over fear brings with it a surge of self-assurance. It's like standing atop a mountain, a sense of invincibility stirring within. You look at challenges square in the face, unflinching, ready. Overcoming fear doesn't just transform the way you see the world, it revolutionizes how you perceive yourself. It's a mental health game changer. The cloud of anxiety dissipates, making room for tranquility, peace, and a heightened sense of well-being. But perhaps the most significant victory is the freedom to seize opportunities without hesitation. It's a liberation, a chance to live life in all its vibrant hues, no more sidestepping possibilities, no more retreating into the shadows. Remember, the power to overcome fear lies within you. It's time to break free from the chains of fear and embrace a life of courage and confidence.